What's up, guys? It's Gaz, and welcome to another Warframe video. So, we got the Riven nerfs, changes, disposition numbers today, and we're going to go over them now. But just keep in mind, I don't want to get banned from the game, so I'm not going to be as toxic as I actually want to right now. If you want to see me get a lot more toxic, I'm actually going to be going live on Twitch later today. And the reason I'm not going live on Twitch like pretty soon is because it's actual amateur hour over at DE, and they gave us the numbers for the nerfs before they actually hotfixed it on PC. They'll be hotfixed on PC at approximately 3:30 p.m. So we have the numbers before they've actually made the changes. And yeah, they've actually locked Riven trades on PC because they're giving us numbers before the actual changes. But on console, I bet you guys got these numbers already. So yeah, around 3:30 p.m. my time, I will be starting a stream. Probably like around 4, so yeah, keep that one in mind, and the Twitch link is on screen. So let's get into these numbers. I'm going to basically just be saying, wow, that got a giant nerf or that got a giant buff, and we'll see the actual like changes in-game around 3:30 on Twitch. Alright, so I'm going to read over this for you guys. But yeah, basically, Riven trades are locked until 3:30 on PC, because yeah. Alright. I want to listen to some like really heavy metal right now because I'm so pissed off. All right, let's go over some of these like the context here. Now that all weapons are ranked separately, new weapon variants don't need to start at the same disposition as their base version started at. So as a general rule, all new weapons will start as a disposition of 1, unless the base variant is already below 1, in which cases it will all take the base. Except when we forget about it, like the Corinth Prime, because we don't remember anything in this game. For instance, the base Pangolin sword has a disposition of 1.47, so Pangolin Prime will be starting at 1. However, the Corinth already had a disposition of 0.95, so Corinth Prime will also start at 0.95. It wasn't like that at launch, because they don't know what they're doing. As a general rule, weapon dispositions within a certain family are still adjusted partially in relation to one another. Otherwise, most base weapons would skyrocket to 1.5. And we'd have a strange meta on our hands. Keep that in mind right there. They don't want the Rivens to be strong for the crappy weapons. They're saying that right there. So when you see the War, the really terrible Impact Greatsword, getting buffed really, really minutely, remember this line. They just don't want it to be good in the first place. So, yeah. In the past, we stated that shotguns relying on the status, Rivens reach 100% status like the Comb and the Detron, would have their disposition locked as a small decrease could caused a major loss in power. Well, we completely nuked status on shotguns from orbit, so we don't care about that lock anymore. So, yeah, Comb and Detron Rivens are open season. Other than that, still following the same rules we always have. Numbers are determined using a combination of player usage statistics and endurance power ranking that our dumbasses maintain. And we will never change any disposition by more than 0.2 at a time. I think they actually might have, but we'll have to take a look at that. Alright, let's get started. Let's see the damage here. Exceltra nerfed. Astilla, tiny little baby buff. Same with the Vaticore, tiny baby buff. Baza Prime got nerfed, Rivens, and the Baza Normal got buffed. Honestly, might just want to use the normal Baza if you're using a Riven over the Baza Prime, because the Baza Prime is just a side grade. The normal Boar, who gives a shit, Boltor, Telos Boltor, and Boltor Prime all getting really tiny, like 0.05% buffs in the background for the Rivens. Same with the Bratton family, all 0.05, like that even is going to change anything. Burston, all these are like 0.05 buffs. Like they're trying to make it seem like it's a lot better than it actually is. Then you get to like the big boy weapons and they got destroyed. So yeah, don't get fooled by these 0.05s here, guys. All of these right here are all 0.05 increases to make it look better than it actually is. Normal Dragoon nerfed, okay. Kuva Dragoon slight buff, like what? 0.05 again on that one. You'll see a trend here. Every single buff is a 0.05 for the most part, and every nerf is a... Well, the Fulman is almost as low as it can go now. The Fulman got nerfed again. Yeah, wow, these are all just really big nerfs and the really tiny buffs to make it look worse, better than it is. Yep, real smart system you got here, DE. Normal comb nerfed. Kuva comb big nerf, 15%. Kuva Brahma maximum nerf output, 20% nerf on the Brahma Rivens. 15% nerf on the Kuva Shakur Rivens. Miter getting nerfed again for some reason. Who the hell uses the Miter? Unless you're popping a Nully. Meatless Kwanzaa, Kuva Ogress, both nerfed. Normal Opticore, that's what we're talking about, that point. Actually, no. Yeah, actually, yeah, the Opticore just got a point. Look at these lies and the deceit in here. This is garbage. Paris, tiny buff. Mark 1 Paris, tiny buff. Dude. Wow, they legit. I was not exaggerating. Everything in here is a 0.05 buff to make it look better than it is. Yeah, he buffed all the Tigress Rivens. The Vectis got a tiny one too, and Tonkor got nerfed as well. Rubico got nerfed again, as well as the Shedu. Everything that's fun getting nerfed. Stradivar and I think the Prismo Grakata got buffed too. Yeah, well that's the. That is the primaries. I could have swore I saw Grakata buff when I was looking at this. Yeah, right here. Grakata and the Prisma Grakata getting that 0.05 buff that we deserve. Alright, now we're going to the secondaries. The melees are at the end. Hey, look, they're actually doing more than 0.05. It's like another person did these ones. That one's getting a 0.1% buff. Wow. Whole Akvolto family getting a 0.1% buff. Eklex 0.05 because, yeah, Axamati Prime getting nerfed. Now the Axamati normal probably just literally is better if you're using a Riven. Normal Axolotl getting a buff, not the Axolotl Prime, because, you know, I'm going to try. Like I said, I don't want to get banned. Yeah. Come to the Twitch stream if you want to see it a lot more toxic. Arca Cisco, yeah, 0.5, thank you. 0.05, thank you so much. Kuva Brock nerfed. The whole entire Ballistica family getting that fake nerf of 0.05. They didn't touch the Maradetron. I thought they said they were going to nerf the Maradetron. All right, whatever. Yeah, these are all 0.0. Like every buff you see here is either a 0.05 or a 0.1, and it's going to most likely be 0.05. Kuva Brock, yeah, like I said. Kuva Double Stubba got nerfed. Wow, thanks. Kuva Nucor got the maximum nerf value of 20%. So, yeah, thank you again. Really, like, you know we love these Riven nerfs so much, guys. Quats got a buff, as did the Gamma Core and the normal Detron. Sonicore got a 0.05 buff, as did the Zocti. But the Zocti has staggers now, so thanks for that one. All right, now we're in the melees. Melees, you're going to see some extreme changes in here, guys, because, you know, they want to have their fun and nerf stuff really hard, so... but you're also seeing some pretty major buffs on some of these weapons, to be fair. Because they did some major buffs on the melees, not on the guns. So, Ak and Brut got the full 20% buff, so Ak and Brut Rivens might be better, for sure. Arcatitron got buffed. Remember, they nerfed the crap out of the Arcatitron, and it's actually bugged where the slam capacitor's not working properly, so it's going to need something like that. They got a 10% buff. Atarax got the maximum buff from 0.5, literal bottom dispo possible, 0.7, so rip Maiming Strike, but hey, I heard that whips have guaranteed slash procs on charge attacks, so maybe you could get something working there. Bala Zaw Strike got nerfed, 10%. Bow and Mark 1 Bow, almost the maximum buff amount for those guys. What, really, the Mark 1 Bow didn't get the maximum buff? What a frick? Okay, just watch the stream later, guys. Just watch the stream later. Voltace... Yeah, the normal Voltace, Broken War got almost the maximum buff. That's a 16% buff right there. Why not just give them the 20%? But whatever. Castle War buff, Cobra and Kane buff, Syath nerf. Okay. Dakra Prime tiny nerf. Thank God. Dark Dagger, Rock the Dark Dagger getting minuscule buffs right here. Detot got buffed. Destreza buff. Dex Dakra buff. Dokram, almost maximum nerf, 15%. Dragon Nikana, 10% nerf. Dual Cleavers, Prisma Dual Cleavers. The Prisma Dual Cleavers got the fake buff that we were talking about with a 0.05. Dual Commas Prime getting a pretty decent buff, actually. I was actually considering buying a Riven for these, but it's still below neutral dispo, so I'm not too worried about it. Dual Carry is almost getting the maximum nerf they can give. Like I said, at 330, I'll actually see how destroyed my Riven mods actually got, like, on the card. Because I screenshot them yesterday, and we can compare the screenshots. Endura buff. Endura is actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Endura is pretty good. Falcor, pretty big buff there. Good for the Falcor. Fang Prime getting a 6% nerf. Or rather, 0.06. Consider yourself lucky you didn't get nerfed more, honestly. Fragor, normal Fragor getting a big buff, but no mention of the Fragor Prime, so yeah. Galatine and Galatine Prime. The Galatine Prime got that fake 0.05 buff we were talking about, and the normal Galatine got a 0.2%, or the 20%, whatever. Not a big buff either way, and it's a fake buff on the Galatine Prime, as far as I'm concerned. Galvacord, big buff. Gazal Machete, fake buff. Glaive, okay, Graham Prime, this is what I was talking about. Okay, they almost maximum nerfed it. It's pretty much a maximum nerf as far as I'm concerned. So, from 1.44 to 1.25. So, it will still have good stats, but don't you worry. When we get Nezha Prime Access in the summer, they're going to do another maximum damage nerf on that one. So, Graham Riven holders, it could have been worse. I was thinking they were going to go crazier than usual today, because it's the first time I've ever touched melee Rivens. So, honestly, it could have been a lot worse. Let's be real here. It could have been a lot worse. Okay, going to the Gunson. Gunson got a big buff on the Rivens, so that's good for me with the Gunson Riven. And, yeah, maybe we'll get Gunson Prime someday so they can nerf it on that. Hate Rivens got a 10.1% nerf, so that's a noticeable nerf for sure. Heliocore, Sinoid Heliocore, both got almost maximum value buffs here, so good for them. We did call that one in the Riven prediction video from like a couple weeks ago, guys. So I did call that one right there, that they would give those ones a big buff. Haruto got the maximum value buff, hooray, for people that like that. Jackatag got a big buff, as did the Jakusar. Good for people that like those. Jawsword only got a, what? Only 0.07% nerf on the Jawsword? Alright, good. That thing's still not as good of a stat stick as it used to be, compared to, like, I use the Fragor Prime now. Okay, moving on. Karst isn't like that's a dagger, right? Yeah. 0.06% buff. Keshag, 0.06% buff as well. Like, what is this? They're just so random. Kogake Prime got... Why? Who? Dude, what? Why'd you nerf the Kogake Prime? Who's using that? Karuto buff. Alright. You made me a little bit happier when I saw this one. That's one of the first changes I'm actually happy about. I like the Karuto. Krushka, I think it's a boomerang, buffed. Singular Croakier, buffed. Cronin Prime, maximum. Honestly, it's the same as the Graham Prime. They got the same kind of nerf here. Like, pretty much identically. So that's as far as they're going to nerf it, guys. They're going to nerf it from 1.44 to 1.25. That's as far as they're going to go, apparently. So, honestly, could have been a lot worse with the Cronin Rivens. Crunch, that's the bonk stick. Zaw, that's going to get a 15% buff. Kuva Shield Egg, giant nerf. F you. That's all I'm going to say there. Watch the stream later. Lecta and Sakura Lecta both got buffed, as we called it. Still not really anything major here. Sakura Lecta's got almost bottom disp. It's like a Fulman Riven, pretty much, how low it is. Legion get the 0.05. Like, don't fall for this. Don't fall for this illusion right here. Oh, look, the Legion got buffed by, like, the most minuscule amount possible. Machete Wraith nerfed. Wow, really? Really? Wow. Magistar and Sanctity Magistar both getting their Rivens buffed slightly. Massater, who even uses that thing. Miwan Sword getting a fake buff. We're going to call it a fake buff from now on. Meyer getting a nerf. Fake buff on the... actually, no. Regular buff on the Mios. Nami Skyla Prime getting the Rivens nerfed. But what? What's that nerf value? It went from 1.175 to 1.1? What? Normal Nakana getting buffed. No mention of Nakana Prime. Ninkandi Prime getting nerfed. Obex, Oma, Oltha, Orthos Prime, and Orvius all getting relatively tame buffs here. The Orthos Prime got a fake buff, so yeah. Paracesis getting almost the maximum value nerfage, so yeah. Kind of called that one. It's a very popular weapon because it comes from the story mode. Pennant getting a big nerf, 10%. Plague Kiwar and Plague Kripath getting maximum value nerfage, as we called it. So, yeah. Those are to be expected, honestly, and they still suck. Oh, the nerfs still suck. Prova Vandal getting a fake buff. Pup Assist, which we did call in the video, it did get a big buff, as we called it, but still, that thing's ugly as hell. Reaper Prime getting a actually pretty small nerf, all things considered. Just 14%. Just 14%. And the Redeemer Prime getting a 17% nerf in the background. So, yeah. Kind of knew that one was going to happen too, so unfortunate. Cindo Prime, we did call this one. Getting a 15% buff. Who cares about the normal Cindo? Sepfon getting a 0.1 nerf, so that is a decent nerf on those Rivens. Seems like all the good stuff's getting nerfed. So you seeing the trend here? Sheev getting buffed, thank God. That's a fake buff for the Sheev, but thank God. Almighty Sheev. Silva and Aegis, not Prime, getting buffed. Normal Skana, wow, really? Prisma Skana, and they nerfed the Skana Prime Rivens? Wow, what assholes. Alright, sorry, let one slip out. Skiajati getting nerfed, wow, really? Vakor Sidon and Sidon getting tiny little buffs. Tatsu, nerf. Teko Prime, nerf. Tippido Prime, nerf. Twin Basalk, pretty much a fake buff. Twin Croakier, honestly not that crazy of a nerf, all things considered. Venka Prime getting a almost maximum value buff, but not quite. And as you see here, we have the last couple of weapons. Wolf Sledge getting maximum value buff. Thank you for that, I guess. I don't really like the Wolf Sledge anymore because the throw is completely broken, but, you know, whatever. I'll take whatever I can get. And then, as you can see, we talked about this earlier. The War, this is literally like, this is no justice right here for the War. The War was at bottom dispo. It's an impact greatsword, and it only went to 0.7. They're still going to be not very good Rivens. So, yeah, that's going to be basic. That's all the numbers right there. And as you can see right here, like I was looking at my dual carriers Riven, which was like 3.2 meters of range yesterday, or 3.7. They haven't nerfed it yet. So around 3:30, which is in about 3 hours from now, I'll be streaming, and you guys can check it out there. People on PS4, I think you guys already have these changes because, you know, only one thing at a time apparently. And yeah, we'll see how it is, and I will give my actual thoughts that will not get me banned in a recorded YouTube video. So, might delete the VOD, honestly, for the Twitch stream today. We'll see how bad it goes. And, yeah, guys, I'm not going to organize a strike on Warframe because I'll probably just get banned. Like I said, I don't want to get banned. It's very easy for me to get banned if I'm releasing YouTube videos like this. So, I'll see you guys later today, hopefully. Yeah, I think they should have changed their mind with the buffs thing. They should have buffed the War a lot more. And there's a lot of those crappy melee weapons that could have used a bigger buff. But, of course, they would have done the bigger nerf as well. But, you know, we were already preparing for that. We're going to get bigger nerfs. So, either way that you guys go, the Riven Disposition system is trash. Riven slots are trash. All the RNG and stuff is total trash. They should not have minus multi-shot, minus damage, even minus attack speed. Those should not be possible. But they're not going to change it because why would they? If they remove the layers of hopelessness, people will spend less money, and it's going to break the market according to them. But either way, guys, make sure you sub to the channel. Follow the Twitch channel. The link has been on screen all video, unfortunately. Sorry about that. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.